news story. Do you want to share like your favorite innovation from all the time that you've been at UNHCR with us?
Favorite innovation. I don't know if I have a favorite innovation, but I do have a favorite story, which comes actually from Zimbabwe. And so we had captured this innovation story a couple years ago, where an innovation fellow who actually really struggled with buy-in had done this amazing initiative where she was testing assumptions around how to bring refugee voices into our programmatic cycle. So were we able to adapt the way that UNHCR was programming based on the feedback that refugees were giving us? And so this was a really new way of working in Zimbabwe. So we did a story about it. And last year at the Innovation Fellowship, one of our new Innovation Fellows came in, and I forget how the conversation started, but she said to me, you know, like, I really didn't think that innovation was something that was accessible to me. I didn't think that it mattered to my work. But one day I just happened to pick up one of these innovation publications, and I read this story about somebody in Zimbabwe who was working in protection and program. And it was only through that story that I realized that innovation was actually really relative to what I was working on as a protection officer. And that's why I applied for the Innovation Fellowship. So when I think about some of my favorite parts of what we do at the Innovation Service, it's about capturing what I like to call bright spots. So this initiative that was in Zimbabwe was a huge bright spot for us. And it came down to telling stories around innovation. And I think that this is undervalued. And I mean, I work in communication, so maybe that's my inherent bias. But if we're able to capture these bright spots of colleagues innovating, of refugees innovating, of how they're doing it, I think that there's a huge potential to change the way that an organization works by using storytelling as sort of this diffusion aid for people to get inspired and realize that innovation doesn't have to, you know, just be about blockchain or drones, but it can be about these nuanced approaches to the way that we're working and trying things in just a different way. And so, yeah, I think for me, my favorite innovation would just be trying to capture the bright spots themselves.